for daily fantasy. His number too high, then I'm probably fading him. He been on the road, he gon' eat up my salary. I hit up by, he gon' lie before lock. Play back to back, then I probably won't pick on the DFS bachelor good as it gets. Build a few liners and hit me a leg. He had a good game, but it might be a trick. Log in the Slack so I know who to pick. Sharing our liners, we all gon' get rich. New to this game, you should come to the pad. You might want some cash and get a good laugh. DFS sports, we gon' run up a bag. He heard every game and it's making me mad. You buying your lineups, I think you a cheater. DFS bachelor, he the new leader. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Bachelor Pad. I, of course, am your host of DFS Bachelor. And hey, look at this. We're finally getting to another MLB video. I appreciate all y'all's patience with this. I don't always have time to get to baseball. It's probably my weakest of all the sports and the most frustrating for me this year, just because of all the moving parts, etc. But here we are with the nice baseball video for Tuesday, August 11th. It's a huge slate, so we're just going over, as usual, a few quick plays who might be in good spots, based on some weather and some history, etc. First things first, big cheers to you all. I hope you all have a coffee and Bailey's. Thank you all so much for all your support, liking the video, which helps more than you know, all your kind comments in the comment section, etc. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the team. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're so inclined to do so. Get all of our content. NBA video for today is already up. We put that up last night. WNBA, we didn't have time for, but we'll have that tonight for tomorrow. NFL is right around the corner. Of course, you can catch me over at sportsbookreview.com this NFL season. Donnie Seymour and I will be doing a bunch of awesome NFL content at Sportsbook Review, handicapping the NFL as well. So we're going to have handicapping and we're going to have DFS and everything else. So hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Also, by liking the channel, liking the video rather, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment in the comment section, you qualify for our weekly $25 PayPal giveaway. And we announce that winner every Monday, Sunday night for Monday's NBA video. So be sure to check all that out as well. Also, don't forget to check out Overlay DFS. Won $1,000 on Overlay yesterday. And today, you go to overlaydfs.com. Can hit them up on Twitter, ask them about their bad beat bonus, their first deposit bonus. And also today, if you're playing the $22 MLB Progressive Jackpot over at Overlay DFS, you get a $40 bonus if you beat my score. You'll see it right there. It'll say $40 bonus if you beat entry DFS Bachelor. And let me tell you what, MLB is my weakest sport. So if there was ever a time to do it, get your ass over there and beat me. So you do a $22 entry. Let's say I finish third to last and you don't even cash in the tournament, but you beat my score. You're still going to turn your $22 into $40. As we know, you got to finish pretty high on some of these contests on Fanduel and Draftkings to even double your money. So it's a lot of fun over there. Go check it out. Be sure to let them know that I sent you. Pretty excited about that. So have fun kicking my ass today in baseball. Also, if you want access to my player pool, all the research tools, use it in the lineup optimizer for NBA, NHL, MLB, and of course when football starts, you can click that link in the video description below. You can try Draft Dashboard for 30 days for $1. And even if you're playing overlay, you can compare the players, batter versus pitcher, pitcher versus batter, weighted OPS, how they're playing right now, their last 3 games, their at-bats, etc. You can do all that right here on Draft Dashboard. Of course, you can generate 100 lineups. If there's a late scratch, you can upload your lineups from Fanduel and DraftKings into Draft Dashboard here. You can re-optimize. You can use my player pool, use your own, etc. Lots of great research. You can do that for all the sports. So click that link and try it out, and be sure to check out Overlay. A lot of fun there. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but it is early, so let's get some coffee and Bailey's, and let's go over a few plays here early in the morning. Again, a lot of these players, I go throughout the day. You'll see a timestamp right here when I update my player pool for those of you who use the link. So, all day long as starting lineups are being announced, I go through and make sure that the players in the player pool are actually playing because, there's scratches and COVID, unfortunately, and weather. Today it looks like all the weather is good. Some small chances of rain in a few places, but no games look to be in danger tonight. That's always nice when you don't have a rain delay or rain out. So always check the weather when you're playing MLB DFS. But that timestamp will let you know right there as I update it how current it is and which player, that all the players are in, etc. So let's start with a couple of pitchers. Up top, Zach Wheeler against Baltimore. Look, the Baltimore Orioles lineup doesn't scare anyone. Their projected lineup is a career 11 of 39 off of Zach Wheeler, but I love the upside. I think he can go 7, 8 innings. They don't have a problem pitching him that. It's a nice, low over-under at 9. He's got a 7% advantage. Baltimore only has a weighted OPS of 694 over the last 3 years, based on what Zach Wheeler's doing. 9.9 on DraftKings, 9K on Fanduel. I could certainly go there. If you want to pay down for a pitcher, this guy's been great to me. He continues to be cheap on DraftKings. He's a little more pricey on Fanduel, but Marco Gonzalez, he's been great for me. He just was great against the Angels for me, last week or the week before. Only an 8.5 total here against Texas. Their projected lineup is a combined 33 of 103 lifetime. That's a 320 average. But you can see even, he's got some upside against Texas and he's had some bad games. That's baseball. But he's pitching really well. He's 6.6 on DraftKings, 8.2 on FanDuel. I can go to Marco Gonzalez. And before we get to this expensive hitter here, let's talk about one more value pitcher against Tampa Bay, Martin Perez. He's been solid. He's 6.1 on DraftKings, 7K on FanDuel. The Rays' projected batting order career in their lifetime is a combined 17 for 67. A 21 and a 19 his last couple of starts against Tampa Bay. You'll certainly take that down at the bottom at 6,100 on DraftKings. So I could definitely go there. And then let's talk about some hitters in a good spot. We got Mike Trout. For his career, off of Mike Fears, he's 12 for 31. That's a 387 average, 3 singles, 4 doubles, 5 home runs, and 31 at-bats, 12 hits. Of course, Mike Trout is always in play. He smashes righties. He smashes lefties. I mean, he's got an 1124 OPS versus right-handed pitching over the last 3 seasons. And Mike Fears actually gives up a slightly higher OPS to right-handed batters. Nice spot for Mike Trout tonight. I think that Angel stack is just fine. Ohtani as well. Of course, hits right-handed pitching better as a left-handed batter, so certainly you go Mike Trout. The game with the highest over-under total, of course, is Arizona and Colorado. Charlie Blackmon off of Zach Gallen for his career. He's got 6 career at-bats. 4 of those were hits, 2 singles, 2 doubles. He's 6K on DraftKings, 4.4 on FanDuel. Hits righties a little bit better than lefties. I mean, he hits everything well. Zach Gallen gives up a higher OPS to lefties. Charlie Blackmon, the Rocky stack, the Diamondback stack, both teams, of course, are in play. Huge over-under for that game, and rightfully so. Next, against the lefty for San Francisco, Tyler Anderson. Of course, you want to play Alex Bregman against left-handed pitching. 1185 OPS over the last 3 years versus left-handed pitching. 2 of 4 lifetime off of Tyler Anderson, including a home run. I like Alex Bregman quite a bit. Next, the ESPN cover boy yesterday, Fernando Tatis Jr. This kid is absolutely on fire. Now, of course, he's going up against a righty and Ross Stripling. He, with the smaller sample size right now, he does hit lefties considerably better than righties, but he's still got a very solid 891 OPS versus righties. And for his career, he has 5 at-bats in his career against Ross Stripling. He's got 3 hits, including 2 home runs. Fernando Tatis, 5.8 on DraftKings, 4.4 on FanDuel. This Mets-Washington game, look, it's Rick Porcello, right? So anytime Rick Porcello is pitching, I want to stack my left-handed bats against him. I actually like a national stack today. Juan Soto smashes right-handed pitching. Rick Porcello gets smashed by left-handed hitting. He's 3 of 5 lifetime, a couple of singles and a double. I think Juan Soto could go yard today. 5.2 on DraftKings, 4.1 on FanDuel. The lefties for the Cubs, Rizzo, Schwarber, etc. Mike Clevenger will not be starting for Cleveland. Adam Plutko has to replace him. Of course, we've all heard he apparently went out to the bar with Plesac and didn't let the team know, violated the quarantine protocol. So he's missing today's start. So Plutko is replacing him. So those lefties for the Cubs should be in a good spot. Of course, Rizzo hits righties much better. 962 OPS versus right-handed pitching. Plutko gives up an 852 versus lefties. He's 1 for 2 lifetime off of them. I could certainly go to that. One of my favorite stacks of the day, anytime Alex Cobb is pitching, I want to stack against him. I love playing DFS against Alex Cobb. Look at Alex Cobb. Now, it's a small sample size, but look what he's done. 1438 OPS to left-handed batters, a 1517 to righties. JT Realmuto, if I'm paying up for a catcher, this will be the guy I'm going to pay up for. He's 3 of 6 lifetime off of Alex Cobb, 2 home runs. He's just been hitting the ball really, really well. You can see his last 5 games. He had that one goose egg, which you're going to get in MLB DFS. I mean, baseball's a game of failure. You're doing great when you're successful 30% of the time. I mean, think about that. But look at his last 5 games overall. 25, 23, 16, 23, and then the 1-0. He's on fire. Good pitching matchup. He's all the way down at 3-4 on Fanduel. I like that. 5-2 on DraftKings. Quito Marte. Now, I just like this game, of course. And Marte hits lefties slightly better than righties. He's going up against Kyle Freeland. For his career, he's 7 of 22 lifetime off of Freeland, has a home run. And that's a 318 average. Of course, stacking bats on both sides of that game. There's absolutely nothing wrong there. Garrett Richards will start today for the Padres. Now, he was supposed to start yesterday. They ended up pushing him back to today and starting Padromo yesterday. Justin Turner hits righties. And, it's the Dodgers. The Dodgers can go absolutely bananas anytime they're on the field, no matter who's pitching. Richards gives up a considerably higher OPS to right-handed pitching, a 1687 to right-handed batters over the last few seasons. Only a 797 to lefties. Justin Turner, always in play. 4-9 on DraftKings, way down there at 3-1 on FanDuel. Nice price for him there. We got a home run watch. We got one of these left-handed batters who hits left-handed pitchers better. Now, we just talked about Marco Gonzalez, and I do like Marco Gonzalez, but if you want to go against the grain or contrarian to what I say, which there's nothing wrong with doing that, especially in baseball, Joey Gallo hits lefties over the last 3 seasons, has an 1174 OPS versus lefties, a 902 versus righties. Marco Gonzalez actually gives up a higher OPS to left-handed batters as well than to righties. So that's kind of an anomaly, and it's not something you would normally think, but it's nice to be able to come here on Draft Dashboard. I can just hover over the guy and go, oh, look he's got a 40% advantage, and here's why. Joey Gallo, 4-6 on DraftKings, 3-9 on FanDuel. I like that price for him. Another player in that Arizona Colorado game. Anytime there's a left-handed pitcher, Nick Ahmed becomes a much more valuable asset. He smashes left-handed pitching. He struggles against right-handed pitching. For his career, Nick Ahmed is 7 of 21. That's 333 average, 2 singles, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. So 5 of his 7 hits and 21 at-bats have gone for extra bases. Nice high total here. Red hot last couple of games, an 18 and a 29. He's 4K on DraftKings and 3K on FanDuel. I like Nick Ahmed over there at shortstop. Let's get a couple value bats, shall we? Some bats here in the mid to low threes. In that Washington-New York game, again, against off Rick Porcello, left-handed hitter, Adam Eaton, 7 of 18 lifetime, including a home run. He's way down here at 3.5 on DraftKings, 2,700 on FanDuel. He's kind of been in a little bit of a slump. You can see his last 5 games, single-digit points. I think he could snap out of it today against a vulnerable Rick Porcello. Adam Eaton, I think, is a decent value. And one more, just, for shits and giggles. And again, my player pool will have a bunch of these kind of value guys in there as soon as we see who's going to start and where they're going to put him in the batting order, etc. But I do like Yandy Diaz down here at 3K off of Martin Perez. He's just much more effective off left-handed pitching. You can see a 976 OPS versus lefties, a 735 versus righties. He's got 12 career at-bats against Perez. He's had some solid success, 4 of 12, a couple of singles, a couple of doubles. He's 3K DraftKings, 2,500 on FanDuel, so I could go there as well. Again, if you want research, if you want all the research tools here, which are so helpful for baseball, it cuts the time way in half, plus my entire player pool, which is going to be, 70 or 80 freaking players tonight with all these games. But I am loving the Philly stack. I'm feeling the Phillies today. I'm feeling the Phillies. Click that link in the video description below. You can try Draft Dashboard for 30 days for $1. When you do, if you're on NBA, if you're on NHL, whichever sport you're on, how you find my player pool is you click the Watch Players button over here. Those would be the players that you're watching in your created player pool. Well, if you use that link, you can click that Watch Players tab over here on the left, or if you don't see this screen, if you have yours zoomed in, click on the menu bar here in the top left corner, and you'll see a thing that says Watch Players. Once you click on that, you'll see a blue box at the top that says Watch DFS Bachelor's Picks, as well as a timestamp when it was last updated. Then you can, if you wish to use my player pool, you can use it in the lineup optimizer here, the mass lineup generator. We talked about the late swap optimizer as well. You can go between FanDuel and DraftKings up here, so be sure to check that out. 30 days for $1. Again, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, be part of the drawing. Thank you all so much for all your support. Come over to overlaydfs.com today. Check out the $22 MLB Progressive, $40 bonus if you beat my dumbass in baseball. I'm telling you, it's not going to be hard for you guys to do because I suck at baseball. Now, I say all that. I'll probably have my best baseball day ever tonight, which would be unfortunate for some people. It would be good for me. Again, thank you all so much for watching. May the fantasy gods be with you all. Cheers. Be sure to check out our NBA video that's up as well for today's NBA slate. It's going to be a crazy week of NBA until the playoffs start. It's going to be a little difficult. Again, thank you all so much. Goodbye, folks.